Hello, welcome to Do It Yourself with Wayne. Today we're out here in our yard. We're going to do a review of this Blink outdoor security camera. I purchased this 2 months ago, so we've been using it for 2 months now. There's things I like, there's things I don't like, but today we're going to do a review of the camera. We're going to show you what comes in the box, what parts you get. We're going to talk about installing it on your phone for so you can communicate with it when you're not at home, and talk about the different features that it has. And we're also going to show you some examples of things that we've gotten from our camera in the last 2 months. And in the end, we'll do a total overview of, the pros and cons of the camera. So stick with us as we do a review of this Blink outdoor security camera. When I ordered my Blink outdoor camera, this is the box it came in. It was very well packaged inside this box. They do an extremely good job on designing the packaging to protect the product during shipping and everything. We'll read a couple of the details off the box to give you some idea about the features and capabilities of the camera. First off, it says it had a 2-year battery life. Now the batteries are AA size, but they're lithium batteries, not the typical alkaline batteries that you can buy in most places. If you use the AA alkaline batteries, they will work, they just won't last very long, but it does come with the 2 AA lithium batteries. It works day and night. Now in the daytime you get color video or color photos. At night you'll get black and white. It has two-way audio, which is kind of cool. You don't even have to be at home to speak to people that are at your camera, which is kind of nice. We've got some examples of that we'll show you a little later in this video. And then obviously it has motion detection, and when it detects motion and you've got everything set up right, you'll get notification on your phone that it detected motion, and then you can look at it, and if the people are still there, you can speak to them, and that works somewhat well, and we'll be showing you some examples of that. And as far as the camera itself, the video is up to 1080p. You have different settings, but up to 1080p. And as an example, the video that you're watching now on YouTube, if you're watching on a large screen, it's at 1080p. So that's pretty good video quality. If you take photos, they're up to 630 by 360, which is not huge, but it's adequate for security things. It works with iOS phones, it works with Android or Fire OS. So there's a pretty good range of different devices that it will work with. It also works with Alexa. So anyway, that's the box it came in, some of the basic features. There's more details on the box obviously, but those are the most important things that people would be interested in. Now inside the box you got your instructions. This instruction manual has very little in the way of interesting information. There's safety information in here, there's FCC compliance stuff that nobody cares about but the FCC. But on the first page it has everything you need to know from the instructions manual. Basically it tells you to go online to blinkforhome.com/setup, and there you will find all the information you need for setting up your camera. And it'll take you at least 10-15 minutes. It probably took me 10 or 15 minutes at least to go through the setup to get it working. For you it may be more, maybe less, depending on your situation. But the online directions were pretty well. I just recommend that you take your time, go one step at a time, get it right and move on. But basically the first thing you do is you download the Blink application to your phone. Then you have to add the sync module. Now this is the sync module here. This part goes in your house, but you have to connect your phone to this. And just a little bit about this device. This is the part that sits in your house that through Wi-Fi will communicate with your router to get internet access. It does come with a cable, USB cable. You do not have to plug this into your PC. You just have to have it powered in, or plugged into power. One of those little blocks that you plug into an electrical outlet is all you need. You don't even have to have this hooked to your PC for setup or anything. You just have to have power to it. Now one thing that I had added, this did not come with it, just a little memory card that you can attached to this so that it will also write the videos to this. It gives you more capacity for saving images and video and things. So that's the only thing that I've added to the kit. Now over here we've got a couple different parts for mounting hardware. They seem to work okay, not particularly excited about the quality, but they do work. That's the main thing. And this is the actual camera itself. Now the camera is real nice. This particular tool, the end of it, that's kind of look like a flat bladed screwdriver, and you use that in the back to unscrew that screw. And once you take that off, that's where the batteries are at inside here. That's the only thing in here you need to worry with, is the batteries are inside there. And when you tighten this down, you know, don't try to tighten it real tight. Just snug it up good is all you need to do. So anyway, that's what comes in the box. Now let's move on to some installation. Now we're moving on to the installation section of our video. But you know, if you jump forward to this part of the video, make sure that you've got the sync module installed and working. Make sure you got the app on your phone working, because making sure all these parts work with your camera before you install your camera is a lot easier than trying to deal with it when this is already mounted outside your house somewhere. But moving on forward to installing, on the back of your camera, where the little screw is at that we showed you earlier, where you can loosen that screw to take the back off for your batteries, that's where the mounting hardware mounts to the camera. You start with this piece, and it doesn't screw in, there's no screws or anything, it just snaps into place like that. And this part can snap in there, just depending on how you want your camera mounted and which parts you'll need. Depending on where you want it mounted, you may want to just put this part on there. Snap that in a little bit better. There. And you can mount it like that. But now in my case, as you saw from where I started with my video, I want this part flat on the side of my house like this, but I want the camera aimed like that. And this doesn't really give me a good angle for that. So what I did, I put this piece in first, and here again it just snaps into place. And then I snap this piece into that piece. And that gives me more flexibility for aiming the camera the way I want it. And that's a little bit stiff to pop in there, but it will. And then I was able to mount that on the side of my house, and I can get the angle that I wanted a lot better. But where you install your camera will determine which pieces you actually need. So it does give you a lot of flexibility for where you're going to mount it, and in comparison to where you want it aimed. So I do like the mounting hardware. I think these could be made maybe a little bit better quality, but they do seem to work just fine, and that's the main thing. So anyway, with this, you got a couple screws that you put into the side of your house or wherever you're going to install it. And that's basically all it takes to install this little camera. Now for my final review of this Blink outdoor camera, I have to say I do like it. I think it's a good value. It was about $70, less than $75 with tax and everything. I got it from Amazon. I think it has some nice features, and the indoor module, I don't have any problems with that. The camera seems to work well. The mounting hardware I think could be a little bit better quality, but I have noticed that recently they have some better mounting hardware for the camera, but there's an extra cost for that. The app seems to work well, but it lags at times. I'll be showing you some examples of some of the videos that we've taken, and we'll try and show you one of some audio that was obtained through the camera. And you can see, you know, there is a lag there, but it's not bad. So all in all, I like the camera. I think it works reasonably well. I think it's a good value for the price point, so I do recommend it. So now let's move on to seeing some videos that we've taken with this camera.
What you doing in my yard, sucker?
Hey, sweetie, I heard you. You and Mr. T got it going on.
Good.
That's not too bad. You still there?
It's kind of delayed a little bit.
Well, I'm not real surprised with all the internet and everything it's going through, but at least it works.
Yes, it does.
All right, well, good.
Why can I fix this so it won't get that wet?